Hi, welcome to Nona's Here. I'm Nona, and today I am joining in the 5 DIYs for $5 challenge. So let's get over to my craft table and I'll show you what I've been working on. DIY number 1. Now, this is a box that I keep in our ingresso on a table that I change out for every different season. I've used it for a number of years, but the styrofoam that's inside I've used so long that it really needs to be changed out because it has so many holes in it. So I've put new styrofoam in the inside, and all the florals that I'm going to use I've gotten at Dollar Tree. I have this beautiful large pumpkin, and then I just have a lot of little florals, some mums, some sunflowers, some mini mums, some just a whole bunch of florals that I'm going to cut apart and stick in this box to make a fall arrangement. So I have some pumpkin fillers, just a whole bunch of things that I'm going to cut apart and stick in the box and make my fall arrangement. So there it is. I had some fall leaves left over in my stash, and I've just arranged them to look real pretty. And this is my new fall arrangement, which I will show you how it looks on my table, in my ingresso, in my entryway, in the final reveal. I think that large pumpkin in the center looks really pretty. I'm real pleased with my new fall arrangement. Okay, DIY number 2. For this one, I have a little frame, and my idea is to make a shadow box. And I have some scrap paper. I'm going to use that little pumpkin filler that had 3 little pumpkins on it. But I ended up having to take the backing off because that little thing that was on the front was actually 3D. So I had to pop the back out, and I had to sand down the back because that's where the price tag was on. So now I'm going to trace around it with my using my scrap paper. I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to use my glue stick and glue it onto the back of the paper. And that will be my background for my shadow box. There I'm using my glue stick. And then I'm going to replace the back onto the back of my little picture frame so that I can make it into a shadow box. Then I'm going to take those 3 little pumpkins and cut them off of the branch, and I'm going to take the leaves off of the branch, and I'm going to glue them onto the bottom of the shadow box. I'm using wood glue here to replace the back of the frame into the frame of the shadow box. So the wood glue works real well. So I'm making sure it's in there good and tight, going over it, and the wood glue works really well for this. Now I'm going to wipe off the excess. Okay. That back was hard to get out, but it got out. See, that's the little tab where that little panda bear or whatever it was sticking on. That's why I couldn't use the front of the frame. I had to pop it out. All right, so now I've got the back of the shadow box back in the frame with my scrap paper background. And now I'm going to take the 3 little pumpkins. Oh, I'm still wood gluing it in to make sure that it's in there good and tight. Now I have some little lettering that I'm going to put at the top of my scrapbooking frame paper, and I'm just going to put in high fall, the letters that will say high fall. So now I'm cutting apart the branch, and I'm going to hot glue those little pumpkins in the corner and put the leaves down over the bottom of the frame. See how the leaves are down over the bottom of the frame? Then I'm going to stack those 3 little pumpkins in the corner, just like that. And there you go. The leaves are down over. I put a leaf up in the corner, and there you can see I have high fall. All right, on to DIY number 3. For this one, I am taking a canvas from the Dollar Tree, and I have this beautiful Hydrangea print that I got on Temu. I got 8 prints for $2.15 of hydrangeas, which is a fall flower. And I'm going to cover the print with my white chalk paint. I gave it 2 good coats, and I'm making this for a special lady who likes hydrangeas. And I'm now going to use my Mod Podge, cover the back of the print. It's on a real nice paper. I got those from Temu, and I got 8 different hydrangeas prints. So now I'm going to Mod Podge it and put it down on my canvas, piece of canvas, Mod Podging it down and making sure I don't have any bubbles. Then I'm going to take a little piece of cellophane and rub over the print to make sure that it's down nice and neat with all the corners down. Then of course I will Mod Podge over the top. There I'm using a little piece of cellophane. And then I didn't show you this part, but I took some pink self-adhesive beads that I got at Dollar Tree, and I put those around the edge. And then I will set it in a little frame to set on a table. And that will be for this special lady who likes hydrangeas. And that will be the end of this DIY. Before I go on to my next craft, I want to be sure and introduce our host for today for the 5 and under $5 DIY challenge. First is Missi from Crafty Cove DIY and Ellie from Farm Charm Chic, and our guest host, Ravi from Arrows DIY. I'll be sure and link their channels down below, which you'll want to be sure and check out. And they will have the main playlist of all the creators who are joining in today. You'll want to be sure and check out the main playlist for all the crafters who are joining in for lots of ideas for fall decor. Okay, let's get back to my craft table so I can show you my other crafts that I am doing today for the 5 and under $5 DIY challenge of fall decor. DIY number 4. I've got all my supplies from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this glass vase and some different florals, rather unusual, that I got from Dollar Tree, including these cattails and some feathers. They aren't that unusual florals. They're just unusual from what I usually use. And just a whole group of different florals, okay, that I am going to put in this little vase. But I'm going to do something unusual in the vase. So I went through my stash and I got some blue rocks. Turned out it didn't matter what color rocks I had, but I picked out some blue rocks, and now I'm going to use this green colored glue, which I didn't even know existed, but I saw someone else use them. and I poured the whole bottle of green colored glue. Well, first I stuck the florals down into the vase, into the rocks. Then I poured the green colored glue into the vase, and I didn't know what the glue would be like, but it's still liquidy, so I have to be careful it's set somewhere where it won't spill, and we'll look at it at the final review. Okay, on to DIY number 5. All right, for this one I have 2 mason jars that I got at the thrift store for 50 cents each, and then I have a spaghetti jar. So I'm going to take off the lids, and of course I'll keep those. And then I'm going to use some white chalk paint and some different, 2 different kinds of ribbon that I had in my stash. One is the black and white checkered ribbon, wide ribbon, and the other one is like a burlap with a lace that goes through it. And I got both of those at Dollar Tree. Okay, and then I'm going to use my glue gun. So one of those mason jars from the thrift store had a label on it, so I used my Goo Be Gone and took the label off. Then I cleaned off all the jars with my alcohol, and then I painted all 3 jars with my white chalk paint, and I gave them each 2 good coats. Then I took the larger jar, the spaghetti jar, and I took the black and white wide ribbon, and I glued it around the center, which you'll see in just a minute as I am painting the mason jars. Okay, so then I glued that using my glue gun, and just glued that around the center. Then I took the burlap ribbon, wide ribbon with the lace through the center, and I glued that around the 2 smaller mason jars. Then I took styrofoam and cut it apart so that it would fit into the mason jars. So then I had this beautiful white sunflowers that I had gotten at Dollar Tree with some white leaves, and some of the white leaves had on little white pumpkins. Now, when I'm gluing this ribbon on, I learned that just glue on end to end and stretch it around. That was easier than how I did the black and white, because the black and white I was gluing a little section at a time and it didn't go on very straight. Okay, so now I have all the ribbon on. Now I'm taking these beautiful white sunflowers with some leaves. Now I'm cutting down the styrofoam, and then I stuck the white sunflowers and leaves in, and you'll see what they look like in the final reveal. Well, let's take a look at my final reveal of my 5 DIYs that I made for less than $5. Why don't you tell me in the comments below which one was your favorite? Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button, the bell next to it, so you'll be reminded every time I upload a new video. And I'd love to read your comments. And please feel free to share my video with any of your crafty friends and family. All right, let's take a look at my 5 DIYs for $5. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you again at Nona's Here. Okay, the final reveal. I apologize for that background noise. They are sandblasting or sand washing the exterior of our condo. All right, number 1. The fall floral display for our front ingresso. It costs $3.75. Number 2, the little shadow box with the pumpkins and leaves. It's $2.50 to make. The lady with the hydrangeas decoupaged on the canvas was with the stand, $2.75 to make. The florals in the vase with the green glue cost $5 to make. And the mason jars with the white sunflowers and leaves cost about $2.25 to make each. Not all three together, each. Okay, let me know in the comments below which was your favorite. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you at Nona's here again very soon. Bye.